Hi, I am Dr. Lalita, urologist and urogynecologist at Lalita's Urogynecology Center. Kidney stones are a very common problem. People who suffer from stones, they would like to know that what would cause these stones and how can we prevent future stone formation or recurrence of stones once we remove them either surgically or after they pass it off spontaneously. Since there are different types of kidney stones, stones can be calcium oxalate stones, calcium phosphate stones or triple phosphate stones, which are actually called as staghorn stones because they resemble the horns of a deer and they almost fill the entire pelvic calcium system, that is they reach huge sizes, and these are usually seen in women who suffer from recurrent urinary infections. And uric acid stones, these are some of the common types of kidney stones. But there is one common factor which causes all these stones is not taking sufficient water. If you do not take enough water, your urine will be concentrated. Normally, many of these elements like calcium, oxalate, phosphate, uric acid, they are excreted in the urine in the soluble form. In a normal person also, these substances are excreted because they are the waste products of the body metabolism and they are excreted in the urine. But if the urine is concentrated, if we take less water and the urine is concentrated, these substances can crystallize in the urine and form stones, and these crystals gradually grow and reach big sizes to form kidney stones. So, the one thing we have to remember to prevent repeated stone formation is to take enough water. Next, coming to the dietary restrictions, many patients, even after we tell them to take lot of water to prevent future stone formation, they would ask what are the dietary restrictions. So, what should I eat and what I should avoid? Oxalate stones are the commonest stones. So, people who are formed oxalate stones, which we will know only when we give the stone for analysis, or sometimes since that is the most common stone, we tell the patients to cut down on nuts like almonds, walnuts, even peanuts which have high oxalate content. Otherwise, nuts are supposed to be healthy for, especially for the heart, but people with kidney stones should restrict the intake of these nuts, and also certain green leaves like spinach should be cut down. Any food substances which has high oxalate should be restricted. Second, dairy, because calcium is one of the common types of stones, either calcium oxalate or calcium phosphate. So, calcium is there in, we all know, in the dairy products, the milk and milk products like cheese, paneer, all these things have lot of calcium. But one should not restrict calcium totally, because low calcium diet can increase the incidence of oxalate stones. So, it should be a balanced diet. It can have dairy, but not in huge quantities. Calcium should be there in the diet, but in a limited quantity. Low calcium is not good even for prevention of stones. Similarly, we discourage patients to take a lot of dairy, especially lot of excessive quantities of milk and milk products to prevent calcium stone formation. For people with uric acid stones, one thing we should avoid is animal protein, that is non-vegetarian, because uric acid is an end product of purine metabolism which is derived from animal protein. So, for those with uric acid stones, we advise to stop non-vegetarian even after the stone is either removed surgically or expelled spontaneously to prevent further stone formation. For patients with staghorn stones, that is triple phosphate stones, they are usually seen in women who have repeated attacks of urinary tract infections. So, infections by urease producing bacteria will split the urea which is present in the urine and releases ammonia. So, this ammonia will form ammonium phosphate, and this along with calcium phosphate and magnesium phosphate will form triple phosphate stones, and sometimes they reach huge proportions filling the entire kidney and they require surgical removal, sometimes even complex surgeries. But the root cause for these stones is infections which may have been unrecognized or subclinical infections. So, to prevent repeated formation of struvite or the staghorn stones, after we remove the stone, we have to treat the infection present in the urinary tract completely and prevent further episodes of urinary tract infection to prevent recurrent stone formation. And as I said at the beginning, the only and most important tip to prevent repeated stones is to take enough water, so that whatever the metabolites like calcium, oxalate, uric acid are excreted in the urine, they are not crystallized and they do not form stones again. So, please remember to take adequate or lot of water. Water is the only medicine for patients with kidney stones.